What's poppin', my lyrical heads? Welcome to another episode of Lyrical Minds. My name is Eves, and today I get the opportunity to chop it up with singer, songwriter, dancer, the fabulous T. Willis. What's poppin'?
Hello. How are you?
I'm doing all right. How about you?
I'm doing just peachy today. Thank you so much for having me on your show. I really appreciate it.
No, thank you for your time because, like I say, time is the most valuable thing in the world because you can't get it back.
Absolutely.
So, how about you tell my lyrical heads a little bit about yourself, of who you are and where you're from?
Yeah, absolutely. I'm a singer-songwriter from Cleveland, Ohio. Originally, I was born in Youngstown, Ohio. I moved to Cleveland when I was about 8 or 9 years old. So I claim both, for the most part. Like most singers, the whole story. I grew up in the church choir, which I actually did. Excuse me. That actually took me all throughout like my high school career. Being, in the high school choir, I was like the choir president, student director, section leader. I was
Oh,
all that good
damn.
stuff. Yeah, I also, picked up the piano early in my childhood. I took piano lessons, pretty much well off until my high school career. I was into musical theaters, all that good stuff. And honestly, I probably picked up songwriting when I was maybe about like 7 or 8. I was on my way to school and actually
Mhm.
we were coming home from school and I sang a song to like my girlfriends, and like the following morning they remembered the song and they were like, "That was a really cool song you made." So just ever since then, I just never stopped songwriting, and eventually, making my own music after high school
Right.
landed me a independent recording contract. So I'm under that right now with Global Exec Records. They're an independent label out of Cleveland, Ohio, and I just been making it shake and doing shows since.
Oh, I'm not mad at you. So, T. Willis, did you go by any other names throughout your musical journey?
No, actually, I did not. I When I was a kid, I went by T Dime because like my middle name is Dominique. So I'm like, oh, T
Okay.
Dime, that's cool. But then I'm like, that kind of sound corny. Let me just keep it real. So yeah,
Got you. All right. So I got a question for you. All right.
yeah.
It's 7 o'clock on the dot. Where am I?
I'm in my drop top, cruising the streets. Yeah,
Hey.
I actually grew up listening to that song. That's Usher is probably the reason why I sing because I was in love with Usher when I was 3 years old. And I would be, singing his songs around the house. And my mom would be scolding me, like, "You are too young to be singing that. Stop it. I need to stop playing
So
Usher around you."
inappropriate.
So,
No, I can't talk all that bad because I was in a car. I have 3 kids, so I was in a car and
aw.
WAP came on, and it's nonsense. And I was like, "Oh, let me change this." So I'm pretty sure it was probably not that bad. I would rather listen to that or like
Right,
Nice and Slow or something.
right.
Um, so I'm pretty sure you get this question all the time. But when did you find out you had pipes?
Um, when I was a kid, when literally everywhere I went, any family reunion, any family picnic, they're like, "Hey, sing that Alicia Keys for us," or "Hey, can you sing that Beyonce song for us?" So literally, I'm like, okay, people must really like my voice because why does everyone keep asking me to sing?
Oh, that's what's up. And I know you play the piano and the recorder, even though you haven't been on the recorder for a while. Do you play any other instruments?
No, other than piano, I consider voice an instrument. So,
Definitely is.
voice as well.
Do you plan to learn any new instruments?
I always wanted to play the drums.
Okay.
However, it's just something about tapping my foot and doing all this and doing all that. I can't. I just can't. However, I do want to play guitar. I tried picking it up before. Um,
Okay.
at the time, I had like acrylic nails, so it wasn't really working out well. So
Mm.
now that my nails are off, we can maybe see what's popping with the guitar. I would like to pick up the guitar.
Okay. Have you ever like performed playing the piano?
I have. I'll actually give you a true story. It's actually
Go
pretty
ahead.
embarrassing. One of the worst performances I've had was with the piano. I literally got hired to play at someone's wedding, and I don't know what happened. I was going through a lot that week. Not that it's an
Right.
excuse, because business is business. You still got to perform, but yeah, I pretty much like just drew a blank like on playing the piano, and I just had to do the rest of the whole song. Excuse me, a cappella. So forgive me, I'm coming down or with a cold, where I actually just got rid of a cold. So excuse me if I'm coughing here and there. However, yeah, I was just playing the piano and my brain just drew a blank. Like, I don't know. So
Straight
I just
brain
literally
fart.
stopped playing piano and just kept singing. Like, forget it. All right, the show must go on.
Got you. All right. So, and I know you've been performing for a while
Yeah.
in front of your family. I know you did second grade, the Cheetah Girls, and you already said what your worst performance was. What did you learn from that?
You did your research. I respect that. Okay.
Most definitely.
What I learned from the PM basically was just, not letting life, psych me out with certain things. Life happens, the good, the bad, the pretty, the ugly. But, at the end of the day, it's like you still have a performance to do. And they don't
Right.
know that, you're going through a lot. And honestly, they probably don't care. They're here, for a good performance. So that probably was just like my biggest life lesson. I haven't bombed again since, so that's good.
Okay,
And
got
I
you.
was young too.
Lesson
I was like
learned.
I was like 17. I was really, really young. So
Oh, okay. All right.
yeah,
That's not all that bad then.
yeah.
Like, that's definitely understandable. So how would you say your music has evolved since Black Hummingbird to Never Date an R&B Singer 2?
Um, I would say one quality wise, I grew from recording in my basement, in the living room, or
Right.
Pookie's house up the street, to to getting a better sound, to the quality of my music, as well as my writing, just because like what I write is essentially what I go through. And even if it's not what I go through, it might be somebody close to me, like a family member or a friend, and I'm writing on
Right.
their behalf. So I would say my writing has improved a lot, as well as obviously my vocal ability, because me
Right.
back in 2014 sounds totally different than me now in a good way. So definitely vocally evolving. I picked up some vocal lessons as well recently, so I'm
Okay.
excited to see where that's going to take me. I just started that about maybe 3 or 4 months ago, so 3 or 4 months versus a year from now. Wow, where am I going to be, a year after taking vocal
True.
lessons for the first time? So definitely writing quality and vocal capability for sure.
Okay. And I guess to get a little off of music, what are your hobbies? What do you do for fun?
I love to paint, and I literally just picked it up during the pandemic.
Right.
I was just bored sitting at home. Everything was closed. I just ordered some canvases, paintbrushes, turned on YouTube, and I was like, "Whoa, I'm pretty good at this." And people have been buying a lot of my artwork. I can't seem to keep anything for
Oh,
myself. Just,
really?
oh, let me buy it. Let me buy it. So, yeah, absolutely. I'm a dog lover. I have a dog, so we like to do
What what
mom
breed is
dog
your
stuff.
dog?
She's a beagle. She's a beagle, the
Okay.
Snoopy dog. So she is very eventful. She likes to have fun. So yeah, other than painting, being with my dog, really my whole life is music.
Okay.
I there ain't that much to it. It's just music, music,
Is
music.
that- there's nothing wrong with that, but we can get back into the music. On your musical journey, what are some obstacles that you had to face along the way and how did you overcome them?
I would say maybe the biggest obstacle that I had to face along the way is kind of just getting like the support in a sense. But now, in retrospect, it's like I support myself. That's really
Yep.
all that matters. And of course, support is appreciated. Don't get me wrong, but beating myself up about, oh, I'm not the most popular, or oh, I
Right.
didn't win that award, or oh, it's just like, at this point, I'm just kind of in my own lane, in my own zone. Like I don't see nobody else but me. Like my only focus is me. So
As it
that's where
should
I
be. You
kind of
got to
like to
believe in
keep it.
yourself before anyone else can believe in
Yeah,
you. So
absolutely,
I
absolutely. And
definitely
again, the
feel that.
support is appreciated. I love it, but at the end of the day, it's like I still only got me. So
Got you. Well, you got my support. So I don't
thank
know how
you.
much that means, but you got my support.
Thank you. It means a lot.
um, and I guess what is the most funniest moment throughout your musical journey?
The most funniest moment. Um, Okay, so I had this show at the Grog Shop. I don't know if you're
Okay.
familiar, but yeah, so everyone at the time knew I was like in a very serious relationship, and they knew that he was there. And like looking back, I probably shouldn't have handled it the way that I did, but it was still kind of funny. So I'm on stage, performing, and I go, I need a brave audience member to come up and join me. And everyone obviously looks at my boyfriend because they know he's my boyfriend at the time. And
Right.
this guy just literally throws himself on stage, like jump like me. I'm the one. I'm the one. So then everyone's like looking at me, looking at my boyfriend, looking at him, like, oh, what's about to happen? And it's just like I I obviously pulled my boyfriend on stage, but it's like I could have gave him a good time, but it was still funny just the way he just threw himself on stage. Like, me, you said
Did
what? You looking for who? You found him. You got the right one. So it was just that was hilarious.
that is funny. Definitely an awkward moment. Did he know
Definitely.
like he was your boyfriend? Your boyfriend was there?
I don't think he did. I don't think he did.
Oh, okay. Because I was
Yeah.
gonna be like, if he did, that's a little disrespectful. But if he didn't,
No.
he's
I don't
ignorant.
think
He
he was
doesn't know.
there.
So I know you're also a big Beyonce fan. How do you feel about her most recent album, Renaissance?
It's evolved as far as Beyonce. Like it's not normally what she typically makes, but
Right.
who wants the usual all the time, Like sometimes you
That's
do have
true.
to step out of that box, out of that comfort zone. And to me, that's what I did on my most recent object, Never Date an R&B Singer too. So I get it, I get the need and the feel to do, people like the whole Vogue vibe,
Right.
strike a
Yeah.
pose thing. So why not go for it? And I think she executed that beautifully. So you can't even be mad at it.
Got you. I feel like in an artist, you need to evolve and you need to be versatile because
Absolutely.
eventually your audience can get kind of bored. And a lot of artists have done it. Drake recently just did it.
Right.
Lil Wayne did it from way back when. Um, how would you say what's the importance of being versatile in music?
Well, I would say the biggest importance with that is just expanding your audience because you don't want to just, especially, with our skin tone and everything in R&B, it's
Right.
kind of like in the lower realm of like pop, which is like up here, then rock, then country.
Definitely.
So it's just like hip hop R&B is like down here. We get like the lowest of lowest when it comes to like radio stations and even
True.
internet radio. So honestly, it's just building that audience so that you know, even though you might be an R&B singer, if you have a country feature, now you just opened a whole new, Verizon with different country artists and country fans who are now tuning into you. So to me, I think the biggest thing with going outside of your own genre is you're always going to gain more fans because people are going to be hip to you. If they don't listen to R&B, but you drop a rock song, guess what?
Mm.
Now they're checking out your R&B.
Definitely, I feel that. I feel that. Like I said, I just think it's very important to be versatile because, yeah, you can get more fans, but it just shows what else is in your arsenal. Because
Absolutely,
I
that
I
too.
can I can get bored listening to one artist, except J Cole. I don't get bored of him. He keep making the same thing. I'm like I'm like how you feel about Beyonce. That's how I feel about J Cole.
Mhm. Yeah,
um,
I like J. Cole a lot. He inspires me melody wise, melodically. Like I have a song called Just Friends. Like when I first heard that beat, to me, I don't know
right.
why, but I heard J. Cole on the beat and I'm like, how would J. Cole do this? Like da 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 da. So you got a man, just kind of
Yeah, I
like
heard that
mellow,
joint.
but fly, smooth. And that's like
Right.
basically the whole inspiration behind that melody with Just Friends.
Definitely. I heard that joint. That one I can groove to as well.
Thank you.
And I would definitely put that song down there in the description so people can listen to that thing too because it's a gem.
Thanks.
So that's the end of like my basic interview questions. Are you ready to get into these rapid questions?
I don't know.
I don't know. I
Sure.
guess we're gonna find out then. All right. NSYNC or Backstreet Boys?
In sync.
All right. What is your worst habit?
Saying
To me, that's not a bad habit, but people portray it as a bad habit. But if that's your bad habit,
when
then
you speak
damn.
publicly in front of people a lot, is a bad habit. I feel like Barack Obama, like and So yeah, I try not to say a lot.
Oh, that is tough for me. Like I've done a lot of public speaking and everything, and I definitely that is not. It's still there. I've tried, and I'm like it's always going to be there. I've given up. whatever. I'm still a phenomenal public speaker, so no one can tell me anything different.
Okay.
Exactly. What emoji would describe you?
The little salsa emoji. The
Okay, I
little
like it.
the girl, she has the red dress and she's
Red
like
dress
this.
on.
Yeah. I use it all the
Yeah.
time.
How would you describe your personal style?
Very laid back but sexy. Like I like being comfortable, but I like looking sexy. So like a crop top with some sweatpants or some booty shorts, but I got like a little tank top on or something. So as long as it's
Got you. I feel
comfortable
that.
and sexy, I love it.
All right. What is your guilty pleasure TV show?
I don't watch TV. I'm so busy. Every time I go watch TV, I literally fall asleep. However, recently I've been into this new show. It's called Alone. It's like where
Okay.
they leave people alone in the forest to just fend for themselves basically, and like the winner, whoever lasts the longest gets like $500,000. So it's pretty it's kind of like a documentary ish because you're
Okay.
learning like if you're alone in the wilderness, how are you going to survive? So I'm just weird like that. I like to know stuff like that just in case,
I wouldn't survive. I'm from Vegas. I am a city boy. I will not survive. What is a motto you live by?
The golden rule, treat others how you want to be treated. I'm a very nice person. People obviously take advantage of that, but I try to be as kind as I can to people. As long as you're kind to me, I'll be kind to you.
Respect it. I respect it. What is your favorite holiday and why?
New Year's, because I feel like I get to just turn a new chapter. It's kind of like a reset button or a refresh button, not necessarily reset, but refresh
Okay.
button. Plus, I get to drink a lot. So, yeah.
Yeah, see, that's exactly where I thought it was going. You said turn. I thought you were about to say turn up.
No,
All
not at
right.
all.
What was your worst job and why?
The worst job and why? I worked in some pretty okay. When I went to OU, I worked
Okay.
as a dishwasher, and it was just terrible. Not only because it was hot and gross, because you're in the back washing dishes of college kids who do nothing but drink and party at OU.
Facts.
But I couldn't listen to music, and that really pissed me off. Like, what do you mean I can't listen
They,
to my music? I'm just standing here washing dishes. They were really weird about that.
you
So
couldn't
yeah,
have headphones or
you couldn't have
anything?
headphones, you couldn't have a speaker, it was a safety concern, even though like you were like the only person back there. Like, how is this a safety concern? But whatever. Yeah. So I didn't last but 2 weeks there. I quit. Like it's just as soon as I got hired. So yeah.
I don't blame you. I used to work at Amazon in the warehouse, and they said you couldn't have headphones. I definitely wore
Mhm.
a beanie and covered my headphones. These are exact headphones I would wear, and they would
Uh,
never know. I would be talking to
Oh
them like,
wow.
mm-hmm,
See,
yep,
I
mm-hmm.
tried it, but they would always catch me. They were so thirsty. They always caught me.
Damn.
So I just gave like I think after like my third write up, I was like, why am I even here still? Like y'all keep writing me up over headphones because I want to make this job fun. Forget y'all. So I left, yeah.
Yeah, I don't blame you. I wouldn't have survived at all. Um, do you snore?
Yes, I snore, especially when I'm sick, like now. I sure
uh,
do.
favorite childhood TV show?
SpongeBob.
Oh, really?
And I'm grown as hell and I still watch
And you still
SpongeBob.
watch it,
Yes.
don't you? Yep.
Yes. I love SpongeBob. When I can, obviously, because I really don't have time for TV, but when I can, it's time to go to bed. I'm gonna put on some SpongeBob.
I dig it. I dig it. Your celebrity crush right now.
Mm. It's so hard for me to like people, even like celebrities. Like, I don't know you. You cute, but you could be a jerk on the low. I would say for now, Michael B. Jordan.
Oh, okay.
Michael B. Jordan.
I've heard nothing but great things about him.
Right, right. So what? He's a safe card to play. Why not?
Yeah, I'm not mad at you. He is fine. I'm not gonna lie about it. Rather drink sour milk or eat rotten eggs.
Oh my
I
gosh,
know it's a tough
neither.
one. It's a tough one.
Sour milk or rotten egg? Okay, well, how much of the sour milk am I consuming? Because a rotten egg, I can give an estimate, but how much sour milk are we talking?
Just a sip.
Oh, Sour milk.
Okay, got it. What is your dream car?
Believe it or not, I just want a Jeep. I just want like a bright,
Really?
ignorant colored Jeep. I want like a bright green, bright pink Jeep. Yeah.
You said that's hilarious. You said a bright, ignorant colored Jeep.
Just the dumbest color. When you see that Jeep on the road, you know for a fact it's me. It ain't no second guessing.
All right. Do you believe in love at first sight?
Absolutely. Why not?
All right. Have you slapped someone in the face? If so, if you do not mind, why?
Oh gosh. Yes, I have slapped someone in the face because they slapped me in the face.
So, oh, okay. Well deserved then.
Very well deserved.
All right. Favorite Thanksgiving dish?
Dressing
Okay, I can dig that. Polka
with
dots or
cranberry
stripes?
sauce. It's got to have cranberry sauce. What'd you say?
Polka dots or stripes?
Stripes.
Are you a minimalist or a hoarder?
It depends. Like my house is very minimal because it's small. I'm actually getting ready to move. I'm gonna relocate to a bigger unit.
Okay.
However, like my drawer at work is like full of stuff. So like I don't know. It just depends. It
Okay,
depends.
a little bit of both. A little bit of
Right.
both. Would you rather eat tacos or cheeseburgers?
Oh, I love them both. Why are you doing this to me?
I gotta ask the tough questions. That's
Oh.
why.
Definitely tacos. Tacos.
Got you. What is one ridiculous thing that you're scared of?
Ridiculous thing that I'm scared of. I don't know if this is ridiculous, but I absolutely have this weird phobia with mice or rats.
Ooh.
So yeah, I would never like last in New York or anywhere like anything rodentry. I don't like. No.
You know what? You're the second person who have like said this on the show. Like
Really?
rats, and like they'll be like, yeah, I would not survive in New York
No,
because
I
there's
know
rats
I
everywhere.
wouldn't. Like people are like, you should move to New York. I'm like, no, you should mind your business. I would never move to New York.
Oh, that's funny. You should mind your damn business. Don't worry about what I'm doing.
Man,
All right.
seriously.
Okay. All right. That's the end of the rapid questions. Thank you for participating in them. I know I asked some little tough questions in there, but like I said, it was going to be nothing too crazy. Nothing too crazy. So this joint never dated an R&B singer. What did this project aim to say? Was it really just, hey, don't date an R&B singer? Are you saying like, hey, don't date me because I'm a little crazy? Or like, what is it? What was the message behind it? I gotta ask.
So it was kind of neither. Well, I don't know. Maybe you were kind of on the right track with the second one with "Don't Date Me," but actually, me and my ex boyfriend at the time, we got into an argument, and he basically, I don't know where it came from, but he was basically, this is probably why you only get in relationships. You just want some inspiration behind your music. You should never date an R&B singer. And I was like, whoa, that got a ring to it. So it's kind of like. He was
That's
kind of
funny.
like basically saying like you're narcissistic. Meanwhile, I'm like, maybe I am narcissistic. I'm gonna make this into an album, you know? So like that basically was just kind of like a joke in a sense. And then once I kept telling people like, yeah, I got an EP coming out. This is like the first one. Yeah, I have an
Right.
EP coming out. Never dated an R&B singer. It was just like I got everybody turned their head like, what? What's it called? Never dated an
Yeah.
R&B singer. What? Why would you call it? So it's just like, oh, okay. So people actually really do mess with the title. So um, with the first project, you know, I was in a relationship and he
Right.
was very sensitive to the things that I said in my music and my songs. So I felt like what I was writing, what I really wanted to say, I had to tiptoe around like the truth a
Oh,
little bit. So I dropped it, cool, whatever. So, you know, long story short, we're not a thing anymore. So then I'm like, okay, well, there was so much stuff I wanted to say on that first one that I feel like I didn't get my point across as to why to never date an R&B singer.
right.
So I'm like, let me come out with a part two. So with the part two, it just got a little bit more personal. And again, I was able to say whatever I wanted to say. And I definitely took advantage of that. So
Oh, I'm not mad at you. I'm not mad
yeah.
at you at all. This How Dare You, what was the inspiration behind this specific song?
that specific person. It was just like kind of me coming to terms, and it's crazy because like once everything was like all said and done, and I was able to, like get my emotions and my thoughts together and actually write to express myself towards it. Like
Right.
I write all the time. So I didn't think that I would like go and record this. I was literally just writing just to like get it off my chest. And then I had a friend by the name of Delvante Tate. He made the beat to How Dare You. He had sent me like
Right.
a whole bunch of stuff. And then like it was just something about that one beat. I was like, yo, I really like this. So I actually wrote How Dare You to that, after everything had transpired. So it actually took me 3 months to be able to record the song. Like, because every
Damn.
time I went to go record it, I would cry. Like every time I had to like really sit on the song, get over
Hmm.
everything, and then take it to the booth because every time I would go, "How dare you do me dirty do?" I'm like, you know what? I'm not going to the studio like this. I gotta get my life together. So yeah, that's how that song kind of transpired.
Got you. That's actually a real dope story. And like some
Thanks.
of the dopest songs are like ones that are very meaningful that make you, especially like R&B, that have
Right.
some soul to it, that makes you feel a certain way. And this one definitely does. I can never say I've never been in a situation. I've probably been on the other end of it. I'm not gonna lie. Definitely was a
Aw.
fuck boy from way back when. But I can definitely empathize, definitely now that I'm older and matured.
Mhm.
So so I get it to a certain extent, and like I said, there's a part that we're gonna get into that's probably like my favorite part of the whole entire song. But let's play the song for the people so the people can hear it.
That's me.
How dare you do me dirty, do me crazy like that? How dare you underestimate what I can do back? How dare you act like you don't know my fucking name? How dare you act like I won't do no better, babe? You out your fucking mind. Yeah. Mind. Lost your fucking mind. Oh, you prayed on me more than you prayed for me. You hit me from myself and I can't blame no one but me. You had my vision blurry, now it's easier to see. You robbed me of my love and found a way to pay to get away from me. You should've stayed the fuck away from me. I should've seen them flags when they was red. You told me green. You told me I'm the one, but failed to mention maybe out of 2 or 3. Silly me for thinking we could be. You play me, low down, dirty, shameful, crazy
You
too
know,
bad.
like
You
as a
so
male, right?
shady too
When
bad. I'm
there's certain
so
songs that like when like a female song, you know what I
Mhm.
mean? And as a male, when that song comes on, like Weak, right? SWV, classic song. Like
Right.
that song come on, like I'm singing my heart out. I can't sing, but I'm singing my heart out. And this is one of the songs that like I gotta catch myself sometimes. Just a little bit. I'm like,
Thank
how the
you.
fuck dare you?
Okay.
Exactly. So let's get into some of these lyrics and
Yeah,
can
sure.
you can you just say it for the people and then we can talk about it?
Okay. I would sing, but again, I'm coming down. Well, I just got rid of something. So you prayed on me more than you prayed for me. You hit me from myself, and I can't blame no one but me. You had my vision blurry, now it's easier to see. So basically you prayed on me, like you attacked me more than you said you quote unquote prayed for me. And then you hit me for myself, meaning like you manipulated me in such a way that like I lost track of myself. I know there's instances, in a lot of relationships where you might be with someone and everything, is all in that honeymoon phase, and then slowly but surely, it's like
Right.
they start to pull you away from like your friends and your family and make you feel guilty, for being, you and being yourself and
Right.
wanting your own space. And it's just like they hide you from yourself. You don't even know who you are anymore. And it's like, even though you did that to me, I have to blame myself too. Like I have to take accountability too, because I know who I am. but I don't
Right.
know why I allowed you to do that to me, in a sense. You had my vision blurry. Now it's easier to see. And that just kind of correlates with, you know, I know who I am, but you had me there for a minute. You had my vision blurry, but now that you're gone, I can see a little bit better.
Hey, I feel that. I feel that. And all right, maybe I was not on the receiving end because I've never done that specifically, but all right, these next lyrics right here.
You wrapped me up, my love, and found a way to pay to get away from me. Meaning, um, you basically took my love, took my time, took my patience, took my energy just to turn around and like throw that all away by breaking my heart because now I'm not coming back. So you took all that stuff, you robbed me of it, and you away from me now, but like now who's, the winner? Is it you? Is it me? In a sense, it's kind of me because like I don't have to deal with that anymore. That's somebody else's problem now.
Hey, big fact. That's a good way to think about it. Not my problem no more.
Right.
And I just liked how you used rob and then pay to get away from me.
Right.
I see the lyrics there and I definitely appreciate them.
Thank you.
And these next lyrics right here.
Uh, you should have stayed the fuck away from me. I should have seen them flags when they was red. You told me green. Pretty transparent there. You should have stayed the
Right.
F away from me. um, and again, that manipulation was just so crazy at the time. It's just like, even though I know what you're doing is wrong, you somehow spin it to where it seems like it's okay for you to do it,
Right.
but it's cool. It's a problem when I do it. Welcome. So
So, I feel that. So, and you don't need to talk about this particular past relationship, but what are your top 3 red flags?
My top 3 red flags. Lying for no reason. If I do catch you in a lie, it's like, why are you lying? 2, excuses. I don't like people who make excuses for like little things. If you mess up, just say sorry. It's not that big of a deal. We all are
Right.
human. We all make mistakes. It is what it is. So that, and I would probably have to say, um, what else would be a red flag? Making me feel crazy. I guess gaslighting, like just
Oh,
making me
okay.
feel crazy for something I validly have a reason to feel the way I feel.
Exactly. All feelings are valid, period.
Right.
That's how I look at it. And what was your second one?
What was my second one? um,
Oh no, your first one. It was lying for no reason.
yeah,
I
lying
don't
for no reason.
understand that. I don't
Yeah,
understand why people do that. It makes no sense. Like
it's
there's
just
no
like
reason to lie.
just tell me the truth. It's not that hard. I can respect you a lot more for keeping it real and being 100 than just like lying. Like we're all grown here. It's okay. Just be honest.
So, definitely females develop faster than males. It's definitely been scientifically proven. So, you give us a little bit of break sometimes. I'm joking. No, fuck that. You should have a high standard and they need to meet your standard.
Absolutely.
All right. And these next lyrics right here.
Told me I'm the one, but failed to mention maybe out of 2 or 3. Silly me for thinking we could be. So even though you told me I was the only one, you failed to mention out of 2 or out of 3. So I wasn't the only one. And silly me for thinking we could be, period. Like I was just goofy for thinking we could ever be a thing with all this toxic stuff you've been
Right.
laying on the table. And I really loved you and I was silly for it.
I feel like we've all been there in a
Yeah,
relationship and was just madly in love, and that love blinded us to see exactly who that person is or just the situation that you're in. So we have all been there, and I love the fact that you made a song about it and pretty much poured your heart into it.
thank you.
And these lyrics right here, and these are my favorite ones, and I'll definitely explain why.
Okay, yeah, I'm curious to hear why these ones. So this I think is the second verse. So you
Yeah.
out your fucking mind, you bumped your fucking head. What type of shit you on? What type of love is this? What kind of drug is this? Boy, get me off the shit. I don't need none of it. I don't want none of it. So you out your damn mind once again. You bumped your damn heads because something ain't clicking up there. And, you know, you must not know who I am. What type of shit you on? Meaning, like, what is this? Like, what kind of love is this? Like, I don't know what kind of love you got going on, but it's not the way I want to be loved. So it's like, again, it's a drug. You might have reeled me in, you know, with that
Right.
addiction or whatever, but now that I'm off of it, I don't want no more of it. You know, I'm fully rehabbed.
I feel that. And so this is why this is my favorite part of the whole song. So as an artist, I feel like it can be tough to for the audience to put a picture in their head. And this is exactly what it did. And I imagine saying someone being like, you out your fucking mind, you bumped your fucking head. Like, that's what I imagined. Like, and I'm like, damn, man, I've definitely experienced this before. And like I pictured it and it made me laugh. And like I said, for an artist to do that to the audience, I feel like that's very, very tough to do. And I respect anyone who can actually do that because, like I said, it's very difficult.
Absolutely, absolutely. Thank you. I really appreciate that.
But those are all the lyrics that stood out to me. Are there any lyrics that you would like to discuss?
Just I guess the verse or the hook in itself, like how dare you? Like I said it repeatedly the same way over and over again for a reason because it's like, how dare you? How dare you? Like you know how like when you're just in so much disbelief that you just keep
Right.
sitting there saying the same thing. Like I know they did. Now I know. Now come on, I know. Or you know,
Ain't no
it's
way.
like yeah, it's like ain't no way. And that literally like, how dare you? How dare you? How dare you? Like I made that a point to only say how dare you during the hook over and over again because it's excuse me, that's literally what I was thinking as I was writing. How dare you? How dare you? You know?
Okay, I can definitely understand that. Definitely understand it because we've all been there. It was like, ain't no way. This motherfucker definitely didn't. So, like I said, we've all been there. Is there any other lyrics that you would like to discuss, or any final thoughts on the entire song that you would like to discuss?
No, excuse me, not that disgust. I would just say that that song on the album is not my favorite, but it's definitely the song that means the most to me. Because, like I said, like it took me months to be able to record that song, and
Right.
just like the place of darkness that I was, just even writing it. Like I didn't even mean to record it. Honestly, I was just writing just to kind of vet in a sense, and then I got blessed with that beat, and I'm like, hey, this would actually go with that. So
Right.
yeah, that song probably means the most to me out of the album. But you know, I had a lot of fun just kind of experimenting with different sounds and different styles to
As you
kind of
should.
segue into you know my next album. You know, I have like kind of the rap style to it at the beginning, but then you know it slows down, gets a little sexy. You know, I start to use my falsetto a lot more towards the end. So it's like I'm experimenting with these sounds more just so I know I can elaborate even more on the next album.
Right.
I'm a firm believer in not giving everyone everything at once. I like taking my time and kind of like, oh, I didn't know she could do that.
Mhm.
Oh, I didn't know she. So I like the elements of surprise. So just hearing the last album versus this album and the different sounds and different styles, I'm super excited to move on to my next album, Untitled to be determined, but you already know what's in the works as far as writing and beats and everything. So I'm excited to give you guys some more and hopefully come back to Lyrical Minds.
Most definitely. And the whole project link, I'll definitely put that down there in the description
Thank you.
with this song link because the whole project is a true gem. And I love the
Thank you.
beginning, like the intro of it, because there's like people talking shit, and then you're like, well, I'm still gonna be me.
Absolutely. Same me.
Okay. And how about you? You know, you talked about a future project. I don't know how detailed you want to be. You said it's untitled right now. About when that project gonna drop because you got your fans waiting for it.
I can't give a date, you know, I'm under contracts and all that good stuff, but just
Got
know
you.
it's coming. It's in the works for sure. And you guys just make sure you follow me on social media to kind of watch the whole process. Sweet Honey T, Sweet Honey TEE underscore. You know, I'm on Facebook. If you just look up T Willis, if you just look up T Willis period. I'm sure you're gonna find me. And yeah, just make sure you follow me, watch my stories, follow my content on YouTube as well. Um, I know I have a video shoot coming up for NDA. I've been playing around experimenting with like lyrical videos and visualizers, but we're gonna officially drop a official video coming up, hopefully November-ish, what we're looking at. So be on the lookout for that as well.
Definitely will be staying tuned for that, and definitely your upcoming projects. And you practically already shouted out your social media, and I'll definitely put that all down there in the description so people knows exactly where to find you.
Thank you.
So last question for you. What is your goal in the music industry?
My goal is to honestly get as many people involved with my music and my art as possible. I'm not in it for fame. I'm not in it for money. Honestly, there's really not too much money in music. Music is kind of just like a stepping stone to kind of create whatever business you want to make, I guess, or any monetary gains you want to make. But again, I just want people to connect with me, and I know that I have friends or people just tell me like, hey, your one song helped me through a heartbreak, and to me that really means a lot, and that resonates with me the most as an artist. So literally that's all I want to do. I just want to drop, make music, and just make people dance, make people cry, make people get sexy, and just be there with the vibes.
Got you. I feel that. You have any other final thoughts before we get up out of here?
No, other than thank you for having me again. I really appreciated my time here, and I appreciate you for having me as well.
Yeah, thank you for your time. This was definitely a dope interview. But my lyrical heads, we're going to get up out of here. So like, comment, subscribe to Lyrical Minds. Until next time, deuces.